Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Wired for Success. And today we are on the finale. So we've been talking about drama for quite a few episodes right now, as you've heard already. And now we're gonna do the finale. And the reason it's called the finale is because today we are doing a little bit of a spin on the drama and talking about positive drama and how really drama can be theatrical, and we can take that side and use it to our benefit. And when we say our benefit, we're talking about the parents, obviously, and the young people. So this is the Wired for Success podcast with my colleague Steve Costello right here and myself, Patience Modevi. Before we begin, we're going to ask you to do something which came up in our episodes, earlier episodes, thanks to Steve's daughter. So what we're going to do is ask you how you are doing, and we are going to pause.
So, how are we doing? It's nice to have a pause. I think it's a very powerful thing to do. It's also quite difficult, isn't it? It's a thing that you've got to practice. So it's almost like with drama, we can act out aspects of drama to learn from them. So just to share a little bit of my past, one of the things that I used to work in when I was working with only with young people, with exclusively young people, was we used to use theatre in education to explore the aspects of life, the things that were happening to young people. So we used to explore them in a kind of safe environment where we could practice different ways of managing drama, different ways of responding to drama. And in some ways, it was quite exciting and a cool thing to do because you could pretend to be somebody that you're not, just to see what it feels like, just to see how people react to the way you behave and be. It really is quite powerful and quite interesting. So it gives people lots of different perspectives. Because one of the challenges, of course, if we become embroiled in a drama, a real life drama, we don't get that luxury of trying on different hats.
Yeah.
We don't get that luxury of listening to people who are trying on different hats to give us a different perspective. So there's a lot of positives about that. And we don't need to be part of some sort of youth and community group to do this stuff. We can do it at home. We can do it at home with our kids. We can do it at home by asking the right questions. Just by asking a question can get people to think about drama from a different perspective. So what kind of questions can we ask? I'm struggling with my voice today, so if it disappears, I'm really sorry, but I'll do my best that it won't. So what kind of questions can we ask? What do you think, Patience?
Well, there's so many questions you can ask. I think the first question to ask yourself in a situation like this, or the one that you should prompt on, will be, which role am I taking in this drama? Which role am I leading on? So am I, and here I'm really going into the let's say the theatrical way, yeah. So am I the villain? Am I the hero? Am I the passerby? Who am I? Basically, who are you? Which role are you taking into the drama? I think it's really, really a matter of perspective. So if you are taking the leading role, let's say, or you are the hero, of course you're gonna have an output that is gonna be really positive. But remember, that is just your output. What about the output of all the other characters who are involved in the drama? How can you see their perspective and your perspective playing the big role into the whole play, basically. So I think we should start there. What do you, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that that is a good starting point. I was just thinking about who am I
Yeah.
in relation to the drama, just the question, who am I? And I remember from years back that if a drama came up, and especially if it involved any arguments, I really did, something inside of me really couldn't cope with it, really didn't like it.
Mm,
So I would try and move away from the drama, which wasn't always a good thing, because by moving away, I wasn't contributing, I wasn't resolving anything in myself, and so on. So there's lots of reasons why I shouldn't have been moving away. But something always pushed me away from the drama. And it was kind of an internal thing. It wasn't in my head. It wasn't I don't like the sound of shouting or raised voices or stressful voices. It wasn't any of that. But something always pushed me away from the drama. So we've got to ask ourselves, who am I in relation to this whole picture? Am I usually an observer? Am I good at observing? Am I good at giving people feedback and telling them what I see? Because some people are amazingly good at that. So maybe I'm that person. Or am I the person who wants to try and shift everybody's thinking to an alternative point of view? There's some value in that sometimes. It's not always right to do that, but there is sometimes some value in that to get people to look from a different perspective.
yeah,
So we need to look at all the roles and think
yeah.
of all the roles we find in a group where there's some drama. There's a lot of good in it. So there's a lot of value. Sorry.
That's fine.
So
That's absolutely absolutely fine, Steve. You know, I wanted to just add something right here. When we are saying, for example, or like I said before, the villain or the hero. Remember, the villain is also in his own right. So this is what we mean by perception. So because I have a role does not mean that I am wrong or right. It means that I am right within my role. So can you imagine if everybody thinks they're right, does the drama goes away or the drama actually takes even more of a space?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's some really good debate in there. It brings me to also to mindfulness. So one of the things that mindfulness teaches is to function in a way that isn't judgmental. So we're not judging. So patients and I may have a different opinion on the same subject, but let's not worry about what the subject might be. So I'm opinion A, patients is opinion B. Who's right and who's wrong? Neither of us are right or wrong. We're right or wrong from our own perspective, but
Mm,
that doesn't mean that patients has got to agree with me or I've got to agree with patients. So we've got to accept that. So we've got to accept that there are some differences. And we've got to try very hard, because it is quite difficult, not to judge what's happening within the whole overall picture of the drama. Because the moment we start to judge, we start to take sides. When we start to take sides, it's very difficult to share objectively all the
yeah.
stuff that's surrounding the drama. So judgment is something worth thinking about. And like I said, yeah, judgment is a big one. It's really difficult. You really read a lot of mindfulness text that says don't judge. Well, for goodness sake, when we start
The first
school
thing
or
you
nursery at 3 years old, we start judging because everybody around us is judging. So it's hardly
yes.
surprising that as humans we judge. We judge one another, we judge different groups, we judge what's happening in Israel right now as being right or wrong, we judge what's
Yeah.
happening. The COVID stuff that's been on the internet not on the internet, in the news about the UK, what Boris Johnson apparently did on WhatsApp and all of that stuff. It's quite
You're
funny.
judging
We
yourself
get
as well.
embroiled. Sorry?
You're also judging yourself as well.
Absolutely, yes. So we're self-judging, we're doing all kinds of things, and nobody's ever going to come out well from all of that. So let's try to step back, because from an observer point of view, we can learn an awful lot as well. So that's one thing. And I was just thinking of some of just kind of three things that are good if we can look at different dramas from different perspectives. It's good for our emotional expression, because if we can kind of make a drama out of the drama, a safe drama, an educational drama, what we're doing is we're building a platform for
Mhm.
people to express themselves, to explore a wide range of emotions. And that, of course, is good for our emotional intelligence and our self-awareness. So there's two big wins in there already, and others that we can probably think of. The thing as well, the next point is about creativity. If we're acting out a drama, it inspires creativity, it inspires imagination, and both of those things are good for us in life. So if we can be imaginative and creative, it helps in a whole host of things. And the other thing, of course, is that it helps with communication skills.
Yeah.
If we're playing a part in acting out a real life drama, but we're acting it, we're not, we're not involved in the thing, it's good for our communication skills. It's good practice. And that means not just for young people, but for adults, for all of us, because communication skills are something that we never stop needing. So we can always do with a little bit of practice there. So
Yeah.
patience, well,
I think you're right, and I think another thing as well is like, I think when there is any drama, it's nice to be taking a step back and be the spectator. So put yourself in the seat where you are watching the play. When you are watching the play, you're gonna see a range of basically um, a range of, like, you're gonna see things that you probably will not see if you are part of the play or part of the drama. Remember here, we're playing on words. So if you're part of the drama, so let's say um, if you were to watch, for example, there's a drama here called EastEnders. So if you were to watch EastEnders and you're watching it from the comfort of your living room in your sofa, it's not going to have the same impact as if you were yourself into EastEnders and you were yourself in the square, walking to the market, for example, and seeing all the characters and interacting with them. So I think sometimes he's taking a step back, and I think um, Steve gave me an example. Well, he gave me an exercise, but I can't give you the whole exercise right now. First of all, it's not mine, and second, it will be too long. However, so I suffer for a while for migraines, and he was telling me that I need to see the two sides of the migraine. Why is the migraine coming? And is it a good that the migraine is there? And why is it bad that the migraine is there? And I do think that for us to take things positively is also to assess those things in any drama that comes. Is that drama good drama? Is this good drama? Is it drama that I need to give my attention to? Is it drama that might require somebody else to step in? You know, which kind of drama is it? Because, for example, young people, things can go really quickly overboard, something that could be really small. So it's also understanding, what do I need to do here? Do I need to bring someone else who's gonna be able to kind of like squash the drama? Do I need to myself step in? Do I need to step out? So it's things like that, I think, that will help, young people understanding a little bit more about how to take drama in a positive way, I guess.
Yeah, great. So we raised a small exercise in our last episode about looking at kind of prosecuting the drama or defending the drama. So you kind of role playing
Mhm.
this the kind of people that you might expect to see in a court, the defense and the prosecution. But here's another way of doing it. So let's say you're involved in a drama, any drama, doesn't matter what it is, and you want to understand what's going on. So what we need to do is visualize it from different perspectives. So I would look at the drama from my own perspective to begin with. How does it make me feel? Notice what
Mhm.
your body's telling you. Does it make me feel tense? Does it
Yeah.
make me feel sad? Does it make me feel angry? What does it make me feel? Regardless of the thinking. And what's it making me think? So I'll ask myself a few questions about the drama just to get a picture. Because even though we're involved, we don't see everything, we miss stuff.
Yeah.
So that's first perspective. Second perspective, think about somebody else who's involved in the drama. Let's say it's patients for me, because I'm looking at patients right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and imagine how patients will feel in the drama. Now I'm going to make some errors because I don't know for sure, because I'm not in patients' head. But I'm going to try and see the thing from her perspective. I'm going to see what it feels like. I'm going to see how it makes me feel. I'm going to see what it makes me think. Is there anybody else involved in the drama? So let's have a look from their perspective as well. And when you've collected all those perspectives, just let them filter. Do they feel right? Do they make me feel sad? Do they make me feel angry? And quite often from that, we can then begin to formulate questions or statements that we're going to ask or say in the real world with one of the actors in the drama. I call them actors
Yeah.
because in a sense we're all acting out a role.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's a great exercise. Now I've just shared it really quickly. So if anybody needs any more support, if anybody needs guiding through it, all you need to do is send us a direct message. Leave a comment on the video. There's lots of places. You'll see them in the description. Leave us a message. We will get back to you. Patience.
That's right. That's right. So there was a short exercise. There's two in there that you can do. So we will encourage you to do those exercises. Try them. I mean, not try them out, but do them in a situation. And if you need any more support, remember we are there. As Steve said, you can join us in the comment, or you can contact us in the details that are in the description. Thank you so much for being here again with us, and we will see you. We will see you soon. Thank you very much. Sorry.
Take care, everybody.